Good morning, everybody. Welcome to. Sometimes at 5:55 in the morning, my brain does that. Welcome to. Oh my goodness! I don't know whether to say Rich Living with Michelle House or High Vibes at 5:55 first. I don't think it's ever been an issue, and today it is. So there you go, Michelle House from Rich Living. This morning for High Vibes at 5:55. Welcome, good morning to this lovely Thursday. It's a bit rainy here in Brisbane, a bit miserable. I hear that we lost the footy last night, Queensland. 2 more games to go, 2 more games to go. Good morning. Yay, New South Wales, yay, New South Wales. For those of you listening on the podcast, thanks for joining in. And those of you that are joining in for the very first time and scrolling through your news feed, hi, stop here and hang out here for a little bit. High Vibes is something that I do every morning to... Georgina's got Go Blues going on. High Vibes is something that I do every morning to cultivate positivity in people's lives and just help everybody get their day off to a better start. You know, maybe you had a shitty night's sleep or... a really big day yesterday and you've woken up a bit tired. I know that's certainly me today. And it's just a place where I share, you know, things that are going on in my life and how I'm moving through that in relation to money, mindset, and developing my spirituality and developing personally and within my business as well. Good morning. All right. So today I want to talk about this one thing. Just one thing, people. When it's all not going your way or you're feeling low vibes, you're feeling upset, disappointed, sad, lonely, anxious, worried, stressed, frustrated, all of those kinds of things. There's one thing, one thing that you can do that will start to shift that energy for you. So our emotions are I love this, E-motion, our energy in motion. And so if our energy is low vibed, it's in that motion. While we've got that emotion, it is in that motion. So ideally, we want to change our motion because we're all moving forward. We want to change that motion into a high vibe one, right? And the best way, and the only way that I know that you can do that is with gratitude. And gratitude is such an easy thing for us to do that we often forget because we get so stuck in our story or so stuck in whatever it is that hasn't turned out the way that we thought, that we forget gratitude. And there's many ways that you can express gratitude. I've got some show and tell for you, which sorry people on the podcast, but I'll explain it as best I can. But the reason that I'm really inspired about this one today was I've seen these products around. I don't know if anybody's seen these. They're called Thank You products. Now, they're made in Australia, so I don't know overseas friends if you can get them here. But I'm telling you now, everything should have a bloody thank you label on it. Our butter should have a thank you label on it. Our milk should have a thank you label on it. The can of baked beans in the cupboard should have a thank you label on it. I think for me, this was such a gorgeous way. So this is a hand cream. We've got the soap dispenser and something else. Oh, the one in the shower. If you can just take a mindful moment and put the hand cream on and go, wow, thank you. Thank you. I have hands. Thank you. I have hands. Thank you. I have a body that I can wash and hot water coming out of this shower and water that I didn't have to go and fill a bucket for. And then washing your hands at the kitchen sink. Thank you for having this beautiful kitchen and for being able to prepare this beautiful meal. And then you can start to shift your vibe. So I saw this thank you label, thank you brand, I guess. It's a thank you brand. Hang on a second. Jonathan has to stop leaving his phone in the office. And I think that, you know, I look at this and I go, wow, we could just whack a thank you label on quite a few things around the place, like a thank you label on the computer to remind you to be grateful about the computer. So when I say gratitude about a situation, so using gratitude as something to move you out of a low vibe, you might have lost your job. Now, it's going to be really hard in that moment to find something to be grateful for, because your fears are going to rise about how you're going to pay the bills, what are you going to do next, what's the unemployment like, blah, blah, blah. All of that's going to start to rise. But if you can then leave your place of work and hop into your car and see a little thank you sticker on the dashboard maybe, or a thank you sticker on your handbag, just something that's going to remind you to go, oh, you know what? Thank you, I've got a car. Okay, all right, so that's pretty cool. I've got a car. And then from the car, then you go, so you're kind of taking the focus off the fear of losing the job, and the focus just into gratitude for having a car. And, you know, lucky you, if you're a woman, lucky you, you're allowed to drive a car. Lucky you that you have a license. You haven't lost your license. You've got a license. So moving into that space of gratitude. Here's another thing you can do. This is our gratitude notes jar, see? And inside, it's got candles in the bottom. Look at that. I don't know what they're for. I think that must have been a very quick storage solution for somebody. This is the one that I have with the kids. And we've been filling it up. We haven't done it for some time, but they weren't mine. I can jump in here and I can grab a note, and we dated them. Oh, that's an empty note. Oh my God, so precious. Look at this one. 10th of Feb. It's lucky. 10th of February. This is probably a couple of years ago now, because his writing is not like that anymore. I'd say this is probably 2015. I am grateful for my family. So not only was his vibe raised when he wrote this post-it, my vibe just got raised by digging in and seeing what I could find. So even when you can't find the gratitude, when you're going, bloody hell, Michelle, I know that I'm supposed to get out of this mood or out of this situation with a bit of gratitude, but I can't find it, go to your jar that you've got going with your family, or maybe it's a jar that you've started and that you've written a note. You write a note every day and you put it in the jar, and then you can go to the jar and you go, oh, here you go. This is one of mine. My children laughing makes me happy. Walks with Jono makes me happy. Seeing my chickens makes me happy. My life is happy. I go, oh my God, yeah, my life is happy. So if that's another way that you could do it. Another way is, I found this most amazing thing when I was shopping for homewares for the house. This. You could have a gratitude board. So this is actually, I don't know how you open it. I haven't opened it yet. It opens that way. So let me see if that's, oh, see, I don't even know how you open it. I'm not touching that because I haven't opened it yet. So in here is like a cork board inside a frame. You could say, do a big gratitude love heart in there and post some pictures around, maybe of people or wonderful holidays that you've had, or anything to inspire you and remind you to move into that vibe of gratitude. Because I know, well, here's the thing, and I always say this, I don't tell you anything on high vibes that I haven't been through or that I haven't experienced. Gratitude was what really shifted me out of our money misery. So when we had all of that debt and it was very suffocating, and all I could think about was, how are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? How are we going to pay? How are we going to pay? Where's the next job coming from? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Those feelings of stress and pressure were unbearable, really, really unbearable. And what shifted me through that was starting a gratitude journal. And I know, some people say, go to bed at night and write 10 things that you're grateful for. I could not find 10 things I was grateful for, but I always found one. And I always found one thing that, and sometimes when I think back on them, I go, gee whiz, that was silly. But I go, hey, that ain't silly. I'd say, I'm so grateful that I can write. And then the more I thought about that was, well, I actually am deeply grateful that I can write, because there's plenty of children that aren't taught that. They're not. So then I was grateful for my family, for sending me to a good school, for learning what I learned, and then grateful for my teachers. And then the gratitude can expand And when you move your vibe into that expansion, you're expanding and you're magnetizing or radiating gratitude, and then you're magnetizing better, wonderful things to come your way. So another reminder about gratitude, I do talk about it a bit because it works, and I felt like we all needed a reminder about that. Oh, Catherine's saying the coffee scrub is amazeballs. That thank you brand. I did see that and I went, I know I can put coffee on my body. Can you? All right. Okay. I'll go get the coffee scrub. So what can you be grateful for? Maybe in the Rich Living Room, let's start a discussion or a chat, and maybe take some pictures of what do you do for gratitude? Do you have a gratitude jar? Do you have a journal? Or maybe today's the day that you can't find the gratitude in anything, and maybe there's somebody in here that can help you do that. So jump on over to the Rich Living Room. I'm not sure if you're there this morning, Rob. If Robin's there, can you please share the Rich Living Room Facebook, the Facebook link. Facebook, oh, Georgina, maybe you could if Robin's not there. So the link to the Rich Living Room group. The other thing I wanted to mention in here, for those of you on the podcast that were hearing about those boards and things that I was talking about, the jar was just like a big fat cookie jar, and the vision board thingy was like a pin board, but it was enclosed in a frame. So it was like those 3D mounts. It would be very easy to make or to pick one of those up. The other thing, Rebecca's got a Baja jar. Find the funny in life and laugh. That's awesome. I love that. A Baja jar. Oh, I love that so much. That's so cool. The other thing I want to let you know is we're opening the doors to the Academy. I think they open later today. They must, because they open 5 days before the new moon, which is next week. And we've got a new game happening inside the Rich Living Academy. It's the Rich Living Prosperity Game, and we kick off and get started with that next week, as well as the new moon. So if you want to come in and join us with the Prosperity Mindset Game, jump on the wait list. The doors will open later today. So that's michellehouse.com.au/academy. And the Prosperity Game is all about, this is such a fun game. It's so cool. We all sit here and go, I want my life to be like that person, or like that over there, or like that celebrity. They've got it all. I want that. And then when we actually sit down and start to play this game of money, we realize how unclear it is about what it is that we want. I think a lot of us are very unclear about, we say we want to be rich. What does that mean? What does that look like? We want to be happy. What does that mean? What does that look like? What am I going to have to do? How will I feel when I have $1 million? Will I feel guilty? Will I feel shamed? Will I feel crazy joy? All of those things happen inside the prosperity game that we have. It's a load of fun. It's colorful. It's vibrant. I just did my jazz hands, so it must be good. So come and join us in the Academy. Of course, you get to go through the alchemy of intention with the new moon cycle, and also developing your intuitive muscle. And I think that's all we've got going on next month. If I've left, we get to catch up with a live Zoom call with all of us, which is heaps of fun when we all get on for that one. So join us, michellehouse.com.au/academy. Thanks, Robin. I can see you've joined in. Thanks, Georgina. Georgina's showed the group as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys. I see you tomorrow. Rich Living Moment tomorrow. If you haven't had one yet, create one. Okay, see ya.